Hey everybody's, how's everybody's doing? I hope you had a good Easter. Mine was good. I spent it with my sister. Today is Tuesday, April 11th. I'm still working on my tiger. I'm on the last strip, so he'll be done soon, but I've had to slow down because I'm working on my apartment, getting ready for inspections. So I should be working on my bedroom at the moment, but I wanted to take a little break and do a WIP and Chat because I haven't done one in a little while. Spent Easter with my sister, and we had steak for dinner, steak and salad and homemade bread that my niece had made. It was a really good dinner, and we had reruns of the same thing yesterday because neither one of us could finish our steak. It was really good. It was cooked just right. My sister's a good cook. So we had that, and yeah, it was a really good dinner. And then let's see what else is new. I had a guy tried to scam me recently, but I knew right off that that's what he was doing. He messaged me through Instagram. Started with a hi on my late sister's picture. One of my late sister's pictures. Not Camille or Talbert's mom. It wasn't her picture. It was my late sister, who has been gone. She died shortly after my dad. But yeah, he started chatting with me there, which I thought was odd. So, but yeah, he said he was from Florida and that he was in the Army and he was stationed in Germany, and then it came around that he'd lost his debit card and he couldn't get to his money, and he had a friend that was going to send me some money, and could I cash app it to him, and and I could keep some for Maddie and get Maddie something, and blah blah blah, woof woof woof, and everything. And I knew it was a scam to start with because he'd sent me one picture of him, and then suddenly he sends me another picture of him in uniform, and it's two different guys. Obviously two different guys because it's two different ages, and the first one was older and the second one was younger, but yet it was supposed to be a current picture of him that day. So yeah, but I was like, well, you weren't smiling. I can't smile while I'm in uniform. And I'm like, yeah, you can. There's no law against smiling in uniform. So, and my dad was military. He was retired from the Air Force, so you don't mess around with military in my book. So yes, I did get money, and no, I did not cash app it to him. And is that wrong of me? I don't think so. I scammed the scammer before he scammed me. So, and the last time I talked to him, I had a migraine. It was not as bad as I was telling him, but he kept messaging me all day, and I had a migraine. I did not feel like talking to anybody. All I wanted to do was basically sit in a dark room with by my not by myself, of course, with Maddie, but I didn't want to talk to anybody because my head hurt. And he kept pinging me, and I finally asked him, I was like, do you even know what a migraine is? He kept pestering me to go check my mail because this money was supposed to be there. And I'm like, I will check my mail when I can stand up without wanting to puke. And he kept bugging me and bugging me and bugging me, and I'm like, I was getting kind of tired of it because my head hurt. I didn't want to text with anybody that day because my head hurt. You wouldn't leave me alone. So, sorry, I needed to get a drink. But he just would not stop. And I just, I stopped talking to him after that because, he pissed me off, for one thing, because, my head hurt. I didn't want to talk on the phone. Didn't want to look at text messages every 5 seconds. And I sure didn't want to be bugged about checking my mail. So I didn't talk to him the next day. In fact, I checked my mail and the money was there, and I just deleted the Google Chat app and was done. I was like, nope, made me mad, done. Because, I asked him if he knew what a migraine was, and he said yes, and then he gave me cut and paste the Google definition of a migraine, and then said he knows what the causes are too, and again, cut and paste the Google definition of what the causes are, which, doesn't go into what the triggers are, because, there are triggers to a migraine, of which, can be many, and my triggers are going to be different than your triggers if you have migraines, and, I have several, and sometimes it's just because I can wake up with a migraine for no good reason at all. It's like, is your ponytail too tight? Have you eaten today? Have you overexerted? Did you get too hot? Did you this? Did you that? I have several triggers that will trigger a migraine. And sometimes it just hits because. So, yeah. So, I had this huge migraine. Well, not huge migraine, but I had this little migraine that was trying to be huge, and I was trying not to let it be huge. So, anyway. But, it's like, when you bug somebody to the point that he was bugging me, I was done. So, at that point, I hadn't decided what I was going to do. And I talked with my sister, and, she was in agreement with me that, he was a scammer, and, you should just end it there, keep the money, break off contact. So I deleted the Google Chat app. Well, I get in my Google Mail basically a end of the day synopsis of what was on the Google Chat app because I had deleted it. And it was, haven't heard from you all day. Hope you're feeling okay. Not feeling okay, feeling okay. What's going on? Blah, blah, blah. Didn't ask about the money that day, though. Hope your health is okay. I'm worried about your health. Wasn't worried about my health when he was pinging my phone when I had a migraine. So, anyway. So, we had that, Of course, since I deleted the Google Chat app, I didn't respond because I wasn't going to reinstall it. If you see smoke, do not call for help. So, anyway. So, that night, I get a text message from fraud department, not the fraud department. All one run-on sentence. My last name is not capitalized. Calls me a Mrs., which I'm not a Mrs. I'm a Miss. You know, um, saying that, I had received money from this guy, and if I didn't return it to the owner, I was going to be charged and prosecuted and blah blah blah. But there was no periods, no nothing. There was some commas, but the whole thing, the verbiage was wrong. The fraud department's not going to email, not going to text you. They're going to send you a letter, certified mail. It's like, I'm not stupid. So I'm like, yeah, right, whatever. So anyway, and then that night I get another, I guess that was the next day, I get the text message. Or maybe, I get another synopsis of what he sent to the Google chat about how he hadn't heard from me, and that, he didn't know what was going on, and that I had betrayed him. LOL. I'm like, okay, if I'd betrayed him, why would you be laughing? Basically, what I did was I scammed the scammer before he scammed me, because I knew it was coming. But, you just don't mess with, say you're in the military when you're not in the military. You don't send two pictures that are obviously two different people. I mean, number one, the first picture, older than the second picture. The chin was longer in the first picture than the second picture. The nose in the first picture wider than in the second picture. I mean, you can obviously see the differences in the pictures. And it's like, I'm not an idiot. It's like you can tell that it's two different people. This dog that he supposedly had, two different dogs. The picture in the dog in the first picture was a boxer mix. The pictures of the dogs that he was showing me in other pictures, lab or lab mix. Dog in the first picture has a white blaze on its chest. Dog in the second picture, no white blaze, but it's supposedly the same dog. I'm like, nope, not an idiot. Go away. Done. The dog's name is Sophie, but, it's a boy. And I'm like, well, that's an odd name for a boy dog. Well, I named it after my sister who was 5 and died of cancer. And, okay, well, maybe not. Could be. Maybe. Still not buying it. So, and the sad thing is I know people here in the complex that would fall for that, and be out money because, eventually, I still can't get to my money. Can you send me some money, please? Because, I still can't get to my bank account, and, my friend can't send any more money. Can you send me some money? Because, I just can't get to my bank account because I can't, I lost my debit card and I can't get to it from here because I'm in Germany. And, I'm sorry, if you're in the military, you can go to the credit union. They're still paying you. So, yeah, not stupid. So, there's that. That's my little story there. Tomorrow, I have a doctor appointment to talk with her about my medicine because she had put me on a muscle relaxer that I knew would not work because she says that Flexeril is not for long-term use, which I used to be on it for long-term use, but my insurance stopped covering it. So couldn't be on it because I couldn't pay for it out of pocket because it was too expensive. So now my insurance covers it, but my doctor will not write for it for long-term use. She puts it on, she says, oh, you can take it at night. So when I'm sleeping, I can take the one that works. But during the day, she put me on tizanidine, which is good for naps. I take tizanidine naps at least once a day, or at least twice a day, because, I take it in the morning, and then I take it at 1 o'clock. Yep, good for tizanidine naps. Oops, I missed those two. So, because it makes me sleep. Tizanidine would be great for nighttime, because then I would get some sleep. What's you doing, babe dog? Maddie just came in. So, but she said she couldn't change my medicine unless I came in. Well, when I called about it, they told me that she didn't have any appointments until the 24th. I'm like, okay, well, leave her a message that tizanidine doesn't work. So when they called me back to tell me that she couldn't discuss my medicine without seeing me, suddenly she's got an appointment for the 12th. I'm like, okay, I will take the appointment for the 12th. So I'm going to discuss some of my other meds with her too. See if they can maybe up my Abilify a little bit, because I don't feel like it's working as well as it did when I first started on it. Either that, or see if maybe change to maybe Valor. Is that what it's called? I'm not sure. I need to dig out I got a list of things that will work genetically with me, and see if that one's on there. Vraylar, I think it's called. So, see if that one will work, because I don't know. He does not know. So, yeah. I gotta see about getting something done, because I feel like my depression has gotten worse. And it could be the time of year, because I don't do well in March and April, because it's just the time of year. Losing Dad and Train in March, and then Mom and Dad and Train in March, and I lost Train in April, sorry. And then Mom's birthday's coming up, and on the 23rd, so I just don't do well in this time of year. So I get through the holidays and I do okay up until March, and then I don't do so well through March and April. And you can hear the train in the background. I got the windows open because it's nice outside. So 85 at my 83. It was 85. So now that the sun's starting to go around the building, it's not quite as bad as it was. But yep, we have some nice weather going on. But you never know around here. We've had snow in April. We've had snow in May, so you never know. But I'm in a pair of capris and a tank top, so I'm dressing for the weather. I don't know what tomorrow's supposed to be like. I think tomorrow's supposed to be about like today. I will take the nice weather and be happy about it. So what's everybody up to? Did I ask that already? What are you working on? Anything fun? I want to finish this, and then I've got a lion to work on, which would actually work for Diamond Grandma's in my garden, because there's flowers in it. So, but I don't know that I will I'm hoping to get this done before the end of April. And then I work on the lion through May. And then summer with the masters, I've already got my canvas for that I bought. I want to say it was last year, but it might have been the year before. I can't remember. But I can't even remember what it's called. I got it from Uniquely Yours Down Under. So, but anyway, so I've got that. And then after I'm done with that, I've got the reading tree to work on. So I've got my next 3 projects already set out. They're not kitted up, but they're set out. I'm going to have to unkit something. Probably Maleficent, because she's already sealed and ready to, once she goes on her frame, I can get her hung up and that'll be done. So what are we at here time-wise? Using a different phone and I cannot see what time I'm at. It doesn't seem to have a time. Oh, there it is. I can't tell. Oh, 22 minutes. Okay. So doctor appointment is set up. I go see the rheumatologist next month because usually I go every 3 to 6 months. Well, I'd missed a week of my Rinvoq inadvertently because the bottle didn't wind up in my med bin. So I have to see her a month early because she didn't know if the swelling in my hands was due to a flare or if it was just because I missed out a week of my meds. So I have to go see her in May. Normally I would checkerboard this, but the spot's so small I'm just going to do it this way. So anyways, that pretty much catches you up on what's going on around here. I don't really know anything else. I have to, seems like I have a doctor appointment with the knee doctor sometime soon, but I can't remember when. I'd have to go and look, and it's on my phone that I'm recording on because I'm usually using my real phone that I don't normally use. But the other phone's in the other room, and I didn't feel like getting up to get it. Hey, baby. What's up? Yeah, I know, it's almost time to go outside. So, and I need to go get some tea here in a minute. So, because I'm almost out of something to drink. So, I guess I should just sign off on this for now. I ask that you leave a like if you like this video, and if you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing. We'd love to have you here in the Rabbit Hutch. My videos are sometimes hit and miss, and most of what I do is WIP and Chats because I single place and it takes me a while to do a canvas because I do the big ones. and this one's a really big one. I've been working on it for a while. So some days I seem to get a square done faster than others. This one's going fairly quick, but it's been not a very wide square. It's only been about this big. So I've not been uncovering a whole lot to go with as I'm doing this last strip. But there's a lot of color blocking in this last strip too. So, but life here in the rabbit hutch is fairly calm at the moment, other than, got people trying to scam me. And they should know better. So, anyways, I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to get back to this and see about finishing this square, and then I will go get busy on my bedroom some more. At least get that one basket of clothes hung up and have that done and out of the way. And then I can come back and work on this some more. I missed another eye. Of course, that one came out upside down. So, anyway, I'm going to let you go. So, I will bid you adieu. Bye, everybody's. Have a good afternoon. Love y'all. Bye.